I'm in a slump. Good on me. I don't usually get in slumps very often because I'm such a mood reader, but I'm in a slump because stress. So I thought that I would give you 5 recommendations on slump busting books, but I'm going to start off with a kind of little caveat that might be the 6th one, maybe not be the 6th one. That is reread a favourite. Yeah, I'm deciding to reread the entirety of the Realm of the Elderlings, only fits the stories. I'm doing this mainly via audio. The reason why I'm not doing the whole Realm of the Elderlings via audio is because Life Ships and Rainwilds audio, can't do it. It's terribly bad. So terribly bad. I'm like, this has made them so much money. Why don't they redo the audiobooks and have like dual narration and graphic audio? No, nothing. Apparently, no. Apparently, we don't need that much love. We have so many editions of Farseer, special edition, this is the Gloom Crate, but no, we can't get a new audiobook. Sucky. But anyway, yes, I'm now on book 3, Assassin's Quest. It's not even been like 5 days since I started rereading this. It's helping me a lot. So, 5 slump busty recommendations on what to read. Now, one of them is going to be, if you like romance, or if you don't like romance, fucking try it. Gay romance. It can be I can't talk. It could be A Mother's Light by Freya Marske. It could be Swordcross by Freya Marske. It can be Cinderhouse by Freya Marske, which is very short, by the way. It can be A Taste of Golden Iron, A Stranger's Stubborn Endurance. Wolf Song by TJ Klune. Just try it. This is good. This is set in Edwardian, as Faye keeps literally reminding me every time I get it wrong, because I called it Victorian once. I get my words muddled, guys. This is a series of, each book follows a different couple. Book 2, Sapphic, love it. I don't get the hate for that. And you are basically following these magicians as there's this contract that has now come back into, people now realise there's a contract thing, that people want to have every side of the contract so they have ultimate power. That's the bare bones of this book. There's more to it, there's romance, there's steam. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed this one. Power Unbound is my absolute fucking favourite, but that's book 3 in the series. So I can't recommend book 3 in the series. But anyway, I loved it. Go read it. If you like D&D, Lost War. I actually think Justin said once that he kind of based this off a D&D campaign that he played in once with other people's permission, but this is so fucking good. This is, you have all these dries, I don't know how to pronounce it, I'm not very good, okay? Kind of like druids, right? Who they each have, they're not just like, oh, we have all this power. You have like one specific thing, like one's very good at memories, one's good at, I think, healing, one's good, there's all that kind of stuff going on. And there is this memory dry who decided to just wipe everybody's fucking memory and make himself king. And then you have people like the main characters and other people going through this book realizing, holy shit, no, I'm now remembering shit and that's wrong. And these people are the rightful kings. So let's try and get that back. And also there's a lot of prejudice going against the magic people in this book anyway, and Justin Lee Anderson does not shy away from tough topics. He goes deep and he layers and layers his books. This is just absolutely incredible. I devoured this and then immediately picked up book 2 on audio, immediately screamed at my friend to like, you're reading this with me. He was like, what? I was like, you're fucking reading this right now. And he did, and he loved it, and now we are just Justin's fans. To the point that we now become Justin's friends. So consistently pestered him like, dude. Anyway, it's really good. And The Damn King, fuck me. It's a 4-book series, guys. It's not a trilogy. Not a trilogy. People think it is. It's not. Book 4's coming out next year. But it's fucking good as shit. I mean, look at that. Like, the layers in this, the character moments in this that happens in this. Also, asexual rep in this one. So it's good. It's good as shit. The other one that I have is going to be House and Cerulean Sea by TJ Klune. Because who does not think a slump bust is not something that gives you a warm and fuzzy feeling but also makes you cry? That's just TJ Klune's cozy. Which I actually met him at FantasyCon. And he was so nice. So ADHD. So obvious. But also, he hates the word cozy for his books because he doesn't think his books are cozy in the sense of like Legends and Lattes, because they're not. I think that they're cozy in the way that you feel at home in his world. Like, you are accepted, no matter who you are, who you identify as, you are just accepted. And the way that he's written House in Cerulean Sea, yes, it's meant to be kind of about people who are slightly different and all of this. And yet, he's just like, yeah, but you're welcome here. Yeah, we're going to have this conversation about these struggles, that these literal... Lucy, the Antichrist, is a child of 6. And it's hilarious how much he goes. And Linus and the gay relationship between them. Chauncey, who's just a blob of green sludge and just wants to be a bellhop. That's all he wants to be. And then people are just terrified of him. But he's like, I just want to help with your bags. And Chauncey, man. Chauncey. I love Chauncey. If I could ever meet a character, it would be Chauncey. Yeah, it would be Chauncey. But this is just a wholesome fantasy. I think it's probably more what it needs to be labelled as than cozy, because I do think TJ Klune is right that his books don't necessarily fall into the cozy genre. If you're looking for something like Legends of Lattes or Consultation Without Tea, because this goes a little bit more in depth and makes you fucking cry. Makes you cry. It does make you cry. But I do recommend this. Now, another one is going to be Kavithri, and this is if you like R.F. Kuang, but you want subtlety. This really did hook me from the start. This is Kavithri, who is a Timu, and with Kavithri, they're like the lowest of the low. The Timus are the lowest of the low, like the bottom rung of society, right? We all know what this like is an allegory for, okay? But all she wants is to get into this particular fighting school. But nobody will ever let her even try. She tries to get in, she gets beaten, she's like hardly anything like her own people. But she ends up saving this old man once, who then takes her in and teaches her like all sorts of letters, all sorts of stuff, is starting to train her to like box and all this. And then she ends up going to the school and things are not quite as they seem. She's beaten down. Again, it's similar to the Poppy War in a sense, but I do believe this is told a lot more better and it's more subtle in the themes. And because I like R.F. Kuang, but she does like hammering it over your head a little bit of like, this is what we're talking about, where this is more subtle. And as you delve into book 2, you delve into the struggles that Kavithri is going through on everything that happened in this book to lead to that book, how many people are using, abusing, pulling her, and she's just kind of stuck in this place. But also the magic system of this is pretty cool. So when you go to the school, you're basically being checked to see if you have this particular magic. And it's similar to like ancestral magic that is kind of in Songs of Legends Lost. But it's, again, with a little bit of difference. And most people just have one person. They pick them, cool, that's your kind of ancestral god magic person thing, right, cool, okay, cool. Some people have 2. That's when there's a problem, because they never really work together. But there's some things that are kind of secrets are alluded around Kavithri, around the Timu themselves, which makes it kind of go, oh, that's why they have been pushed down to the rungs of society and colonized, is that reason. It's very, very interesting. There is a section in this book that literally delves into torture. If that ain't your vibe, please skip those chapters, but read the rest of the book, because it's so fucking good. But do check the trigger warnings on this, because I was reading this and I was like, MJ Betty did not shy away from this shit. No. Okay, cool, amazing. Go read Kavithri. And then last up is going to be the Bloody Old Kings, because who am I if I'm not going to talk about dragons and this book, because this book's fucking amazing. You are following 3 characters. One is a runaway sorcerer who, with the sorcerers, they're never allowed to leave the sorcerer school, with a what is the word that I'm looking for? I'm blanking on what the actual in-term word is for this, but basically she steals something from them because the voice in her head told her to. Then you have Caden, another character. Cain. Then you have Cain. I'm bad at this. Then you have Cain, who is trying to find out why his friend died, because his friend came to him and said, I need to tell you some shit, and then died, and that is not right. So he's investigating that. And then you have Lauren, who goes to beseech this fucking dragon to help her and the people like that she's part of for not being completely colonized and wiped over under the Empire's rule, because the Empire just kind of blazing through all of this continent and is just taking land because they fucking can. And the dragon kind of goes, cool, I'm chained, I can't physically help you, but here, have something. And that kind of starts off this story. Then in book 2, which has just been released, which is fucking incredible, the author delves more into a different side of colonialism than is just kind of hashed out as normal. Like, we all know it's bad. He goes, well, let's talk about it from this angle. And it's like, cool, like that. So This is absolutely incredible. These are the Inkstones editions of this book, and I just absolutely adore this series so much, to the point that I own multiple editions of this book. Anyway, those are my books that I think will bust a slump. And obviously, reread a favourite, like I'm rereading Realm of the Elderlings because it's kind of cosy. I know what you think. Realm of the Elderlings and cosy with what happens in those books. Look, it kind of works. It's how Robin Hobb tells the story. Yeah, it's traumatising and I have literally sobbed my way through most of her books. But also, I'm like, oh, this was like a warm hug at the same time. I won't explain it. But I hope you enjoyed. And let me know what your slump busting books are down below. And I will see you in the next one.